Have you always wanted to grow your own flowers, fruits, vegetables, and herbs? Join your neighbors. We have a potential space for a DU community garden. Come to a meeting to learn more. Get involved and grow. When? Wednesday, January 14th, 2009. Ware Sturm Hall. And so I saw that and I came in the door holding this thing and said to my daughter Molly, "Look at this!" Somebody's finally thought of doing this. So that's how I got involved.
Yeah. The way they presented it, you just wanted to get involved in. And kind of the same thing with me. I've been involved in community gardens in the past, and I think for me too, as a DU alum, it was a fairly sharp contrast to the mindset of students in the mid to late 70s when I was there. And so I just really wanted to support that idealism that I saw in the students there.
I had spent the summer working on a farm, a sustainable farm in Oregon, and so I met Ben and I was like, "Hey, I worked on a farm." He was like, "Great, we want to start a garden." So it was just kind of a good partnership, and at that point I was working on foods in the dining halls, like trying to get local organic foods in the dining halls, so it kind of went together with the whole farming movement and a community garden and having food in our dining halls. So that's how I really got started.
Let's keep this fire burning bright.
We found this old decapitated bridge in the garden on the property when we were moving there. Facilities used to use it as a dumping ground. So we went, the neighbors and I were walking through it and some other students, and we decided to keep the bridge, and we sort of saw it as a bridge between the students and the neighbors.
All of these amazing people in the neighborhood, the community members that I'd never met before, not even considered meeting because there was no forum for it. I mean, how often do you get to go out and meet your neighbors outside of the University of Denver? It's really difficult. So I think it does exactly what it says it does. It bridges gaps.
The things we talked about at that initial meeting was this kind of invisible wall between DU and the community. And Ben and Aaron were just reaching over that and saying, why is this here? And they were so just personal and kind of debunking any stereotype that of DU students that had been, and it wasn't all stereotypes. I mean, there definitely was a culture, maybe even 5 years ago to, then earlier on, where there just wasn't a connectivity. And I've seen a huge change in the last 5 years.
There's definitely a lot more understanding, which is pretty cool. It's given the neighbors some hope, I guess, for lack of better words, that DU students aren't all typical DU students. So it's been pretty cool that we've gotten to actually meet our neighbors and realize that we have some really interesting people that live around here, and get them involved, utilize them for their skills and knowledge, which has been, I've learned more from them than definitely whatever I could give to them. So it's been definitely one of the cooler parts of the project.
It's been one of the most fun experiences of my life to just see how everyone just sort of, found common grounds. One of our gardeners, Donna, had students working in her plot with her, and just to see how their little social network developed and stuff like that, it was very effortless, really, in terms of how it happened. It kind of makes you think, what was the whole problem all along? Because all we had to do was find something that we all really cared about and could work together on. And for people to realize where their food comes from and how, with not that much effort, they can grow their own food and nourish their own families, and it's more than just nourishing your body. It's just understanding the whole cycle of things.
I think the biggest thing is the possibilities at DU are here. It's just people have to step up and actually want to address an issue or do something more than just academics.
The urban gardening movement, the urban farming movement is really amazing, and it's really powerful to be able to do something like that in your own backyard. So it's great to sort of educate the DU community about that.